What's going on, guys? This is Pikachu OTC from Simple Trade. Welcome to another weekly review in which I'll be talking about some runners from the past week and also some stock that you should look out for as we head into the next week. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you don't miss the future videos, and comment down below what your favorite stock is. So let's get right into it. Now, if you recall from the previous weekly review, I've talked about some stocks that actually ran last week, just as we discussed, and we will talk about some of them today. And we also talked about putting an eye on the trip stock, especially MACD, which was an example because we spotted some loading over there at the 0005 and 0006, and as you can see on the chart, the stock ran about 140% in about 1 week, a day after that weekly review was published. So we will go through what happened over here and talk about one more trip stock that ran about 100+%. So the first stock for this weekly review will be the company MACD. The stock ran 140% in a week, and you can see that the volume is picking up a day after day, hitting a top of 337 million volume in 1 day, closed at the high of day 0012. Now let's see what happened over here. The company opened a new Twitter account and they verified that Twitter account through OTC Markets. So this is a real account from the company, and they right away tweeted MACD shareholders. This is the new official Twitter page of the company. Amazing developments ahead. Updates are coming early next week, and they hashtag LI and hashtag the mining. Now LI is lithium, so it'll be very interesting to see what's going on with that company, because what we know today about MACD is that they have an audio technology, and that's what the company does. And right now they're talking about some mining and lithium, so it'll be interesting to see what's going on over here. Only a day later, they tweeted another tweet saying, MACD shareholders, over the past year we've been working on new technology we have trade secrets on. We use this technology to enter the mining sector. Starting Monday, we will reveal more of these projects. Great things are coming, MACD family. Enjoy the weekend. And then they hashtag CSLI and RB, which are all rare minerals. So this is another hint about that mining program that they are working on. And on the same day later on, they tweeted to clarify the notes, the depth of the company is held by one other investor and me. Bound by 13D, we can only sell 1% any 90 period days. So they cannot sell their stocks without a 13D, and because they are the only ones that control those depth, basically they are saying that there is no dilution. And they also added, we didn't invest more than $11 million to sell, and we haven't sold anything. Stay tuned for what's coming next week. And also the hashtag of the lithium, and also hashtag biometrics. So now they have something about the biometrics. Looks like there is a lot of developments on this company, so give their account a follow. And as you can see, they said that they invested more than $11 million in their company, which is very big number for an OTC company. Now if you dig a little bit more in the company and go to some of their previous filings, not longer than a year from today, they actually published some things about those minings, but it was covered up with pile of pages. So my guess is that nobody read those pages. But this could actually be big for MACD if everything that we've talked about until now will come true. But let's not forget, guys, this is the OTC. Whether or not this story is true, this story is strong. Now, if we will go back and look at the history of the chart of MACD, you can see that back in February 2021, there was sort of a similar pattern. As you can see that the volume was little, and then it got bigger and bigger day after day, and eventually it went out with an insane breakout. The stock ran about 19,000% in about 1 week and got to the price of almost 2 pennies. Now I'm not saying that this will happen here, absolutely not, although the float is pretty much the same. But what I'm saying is that if the story back on 2021 was strong enough to make something like this, well, if the story will be strong enough today, it might as well possible that it will do the same. But we will need to keep our eyes on MACD and follow up with what's coming. And that will be it for today for this stock. I'm sure we will talk about it on the next weekly review. And now let's move to the next stock, which is ZICX, also talked about on the previous weekly review. And the stock continued its run from that previous weekly review and got all the way up to the price of 0.128. So ZICX ran 500% from our alert on our Discord channel. And on the previous weekly review, we mentioned about their new Twitter page. And on that Twitter account, they tweeted ZICX PR this Wednesday with some big news. Another PR will be released next week. Stay tuned. That was on Monday, and on Tuesday, one day later, they tweeted another tweet. Much is happening in the background, a very bright future ahead. We can't wait to update everyone. And one day later, they released the news they promised on Wednesday, and they also tweeted those news. ZICX, we are very excited to announce our merger with CTIP FII, a company with great projects, cost estimation of $180 million plus, and bright future. Second PR will be out very soon. Now, we've talked about the market cap of the ZICX on the previous weekly review, and we talked about the possibility of that LOI to get closed. So if you got in right after that weekly review, you could have made 100% of a run. And if you got in with us 2 months ago, you could have made 500%. You can see very nice volume, 20 million volume in one day on ZICX. And there is still something to look out for, as they should publish a new PR as we head into the following week. So keep your eyes out for ZICX for another PR. Now let's talk about another chip stock that ran 100% plus. That stock is QEDN. You can see it ran from the 0008 and got all the way up to the 0018, which a run of approximately 120%. Very, very nice run. You can see very, very high volume, 90 million, and then 195 million volume in the second day, which is a very, very nice run. I'll leave you guys to do the due diligence of QEDN. It's an interesting story, but that's just another example of a trip stock that left the trips and ran about 100%. So just like I said on the previous weekly review, keep your eyes out for those trips plays, because they can go 100s and hundreds of percents, and it looks like that they are warming up. Now, the next stock for this weekly review will be GHMP, and this one is a stock to look out for as we head into the next week, especially end of week, because on the 15th of June, the merger should get signed, as we talked about on one of our previous weekly reviews. That was the reason for this run over here, the 500% of a run. Later, it ran another 500%, and right now, look at the chart. It's going back to the support levels, and it might go again. Now, there is dilution on the stocks, so trade it with caution, but this one is definitely a one to keep an eye out for as we head into the next week. And the last stock of this weekly review is MDCE. Now, I've talked about this stock on the weekly review 2 weeks ago, saying that this is a potential runner because of some facts that we talked about on that weekly review. So if you haven't watched it yet, go there and watch the video right now. Now, there were two main updates from 2 weeks ago. The first one is that the company gained the pink current stamp once again, as they tweeted and as they mentioned. And the second update is that they updated their OS in the OTC markets. And as you can see from the OTC Oracle bot, which is correlated with the OTC markets, they decreased their outstanding shares by 2.1 billion shares, which is absolutely insane, because this cuts down the market cap by 66%, and this is a custodianship play. Now, we said that the updates are coming, and right now we had some updates from the OTC markets. So maybe the company will start updating by themselves. So keep your eyes out for MDCE, which is currently at the bottom of the chart. And that was it about this weekly review, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification button so you don't miss any future videos. If you're not on our Discord channel, make sure to go there and join our community, because we bring pure value and we mention stocks before they erupt, like MaxD at the 0005, like ZICX at the 0021 all the way to the 0030, and more and more and more. So join our community, and I wish you all a green and a profitable week.